Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson. And of course, this is News Brief. Hopefully you'll join us tonight on the twitch.tv/Steve Larson, where we'll be doing our Impact co-stream. It's back on the 1st of July. It's the first of the month. Larson, what's in the news?
What's in the news? So about a week ago, yeah, roughly, maybe exactly. I don't know. I can't do the math right now. WWE unfortunately had another round of releases, and Andrew Zarian is reporting that there could be more releases and shakeups in the future. In fact, it could be a regular thing. This is what he tweeted, quote, "WWE talent staff shakeups are something I was told would be more common heading into this new era for the company." When I pressed this person as to why, their response was, quote, "To be honest, it's needed." So speaking of releases, PW Insider is reporting that, quote, "There were a few employees let go today from WWE headquarters. We are told some were from the marketing department."
That is a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, they're under basically newish leadership with Nick Khan, and so we have seen this just over the past couple months, a dramatic shift in priorities, in philosophies, in terms of how many people they need to run their organization. So this is an absolute bummer. Yeah. So I mean, I hope that the people from the marketing department, they can put WWE on their resume and find jobs elsewhere. So
hopefully,
so yeah, that's an absolute bummer. But yeah, I get the feeling that when we do the news briefs, the breaking news briefs about shakeups, releases, what have you, those might be more in the future than they have been in the past, as opposed to a yearly thing.
I fear that might be the case because, it was a situation in the past where, post-Mania, there's, historically speaking, there had been a round of releases, and then after that, it seemed like you wait another year and that might happen again. Another little bit of detail we can add to this. This is also from PW Insider. They're talking about Vince going to the Performance Center today, meeting with coaches, maybe, as Fightful reported, scouting talent. But they add this, quote, "As you might imagine, the rare visit from McMahon has many who work within the PC and WWE NXT privately concerned given the amount of cuts the company has made in recent months."
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that his visit would be as innocuous as, hey, let's see what talent you have that we can add, we can beef up our rosters with. Who are the new talent in the world? But it might cut both ways. I don't know. Anyways, here's some news about Rebel, not Reba, from AEW Dynamite last night. Of course, anybody watching or followed us on our recap, we mentioned this during a spot where she broke up a pin attempt from Nyla Rose on Britt Baker during the tag match. It looked like she had a leg injury that happened. She was carried away, helped out at the end of that segment. And Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful has an update on that. He says, "For those worried about Rebel, not Reba, we're told that she's dislocated her kneecap on Dynamite, but she seems in good spirits, sending well wishes her way." That sounds like it hurts.
Yeah.
Really bad. Do we recall anybody having a similar injury and how long it takes to come back from something like that?
Shoot, I thought that just happened fairly recently where someone had a knee injury and it looked bad and it turned out it was a dislocated kneecap.
Well, the UFC, that guy, didn't he have his no, that was his elbow.
That was his elbow.
That was his elbow. That was something different. Yeah, I thought there was another knee dislocation.
Yeah. Let me check real quick.
But yeah, that's it's good that she's in good spirits. I mean, she doesn't wrestle all that often, but still, that's not fun. You want to be ready for whatever they have.
So this is from the NHS over in the United Kingdom. It says usually takes about 6 weeks to fully recover from a dislocated kneecap, though sometimes take a bit longer to turn to sports or other strenuous activities.
Okay. Well, she's mainly character based, so hopefully she can get around on crutches or something, so she's not off TV that long. That'd be fun. Frederick says Matt Cardona dislocated his knee. Really?
That's right.
Was that what it was?
That's right.
Yeesh.
Yes. That's right.
Was that in the WWE or was that after he was released?
No, that was an Impact when he had that match when he was selling knee. We thought,
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that must be a work because the match kept going, but apparently it was legit.
Didn't Eric Young bust up his leg?
He tore his ACL.
Oh, that was a torn ACL. Okay. All right. Anyways, NXT UK. We did a watch along today, as we do on typical Thursdays. That was fun. So join us on the Twitch for that every Thursday. We didn't do it last week, but we caught up on what we missed with a brief recap, thanks to me. This week saw Isla Dawn take the L against Amelia McKenzie after running double knees to the back of the head of Isla Dawn. So, unfortunately...
And Isla Dawn kind of just laughed it off.
Yeah. She's like, I have got magic. Yeah,
at one point, Millie was selling, and Isla Dawn goes to her head like she's doing a mind meld, double mind meld kind of thing.
Remember.
Like it seemed like she was doing a magic type thing,
Yeesh. We had Gallus backstage playing rock, paper, scissors. Of course, these guys, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, they're in a competition to see who can get up on the other. Of course, last week, Mark Coffey beat Shaw Samuels. The week prior, Wolfgang beat somebody else. So Mark gets an idea, and he walks off. He's like, I got a good idea. And Wolfgang's like, what's he up to? This guy's being cheeky right now. Let's see what he's up to in the local parlance. We had a really fantastic Heritage Rules match between Jack Stars and Tyler Bate. This was set up a couple weeks ago. Tyler Bate got a roll-up on Stars in round 2 to go up 1-0. In round 3, Jack Stars got a roll-up on Tyler Bate, pinned him to tie it up to 1-1. But then in the end, in round 4, Tyler Bate hits the Tyler Driver to win 2-1. And then after the match, Mark Coffey comes out, steps up to Tyler Bate, seems to congratulates him, sort of challenges him, slaps him, and leaves. And Wolfgang comes out. He's sort of watching the whole thing go down. He starts laughing, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I get it. So you're going to challenge Tyler Bate. That's a pretty big win if Mark Coffey gets it." I'm sort of doubtful that's going to happen. But, that should be a fun match regardless.
That should be a fun match. After that, we got Pretty Deadly. They're doing a photo shoot. Sid Scala walks up to him and it's like, hey, we need to have a tag title match next week. And Pretty Deadly's like, mm-mm.
We had Mako Satomura.
Or not to.
Mako dropped a promo. Talks about beating Kaylee Ray 3 weeks ago. Now she's the women's champion. NXT UK is her home. And then Nina Samuels, former butler at Isaiah Brookside, comes out and says NXT UK needs more Nina, and Mako needs more Nina. And if Mako is going to live up to Kaylee Ray's title reign, she needs to take on challengers with her star power. But then Nina Samuels is quickly laid out by Amel, and then she tells Nina that the world needs hope. She's tired of seeing the same girls every week. She's there to take her opportunity. She wants to be the next challenger. Mako then clocks her, says, enough talking. You get your match. So that's going to that should be a fun one.
That should be fun. So then we go back in time to last week. Rampage, after his match against Joe Coffey and Ilya, is in the locker room. Joe Coffey walks in. They kind of share a moment. Joe Coffey puts his hand on Rampage's shoulder. They got an extended invitation for Rampage to join Gallus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's maybe that's going to be happening.
It could be. Yeah. Boy, 4 guys. How are they going to do the 4-way handshake?
That's a good question.
They all just put.
I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they do the 3-way handshake.
Very confusing. I don't know. It's I know how a regular handshake works, but then you add another. It's weird.
I don't get how they do it. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe it'll make it easier if there's another hand, a 4th hand in there. I don't know.
Maybe it'll make things less complicated.
Don't know.
Yeah.
But they've been doing the 3-way handshake for so long, but adding another hand in there, it might just throw the whole thing off.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's not weird, though, is the identity revealed of Blair Davenport. There was another vignette where it was revealed that it's just Bea Priestley. She's now officially in NXT UK. Should be some fun matches coming up in the future. Man, I don't know. Yeah, NXT Prime's got a killer roster, but NXT UK, holy crap. That's a hell of a roster, too.
Truly is. Truly is. After that, we had Mila Smith versus Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of this, Ginny walks out on stage. Valkyrie goes to the top rope, sees her, like stares at her angrily.
Oh man!
And then hits a pretty nasty looking top rope double leg drop, kind of with both legs.
Yeah.
On Mila to get the win.
It's pretty great. After that, we had a really weird Kenny Williams green screen promo where he's supposed to be outside, but the colors are all weird. Kind of look like sort of like a Matrix-y fan film.
Kind of, yeah.
Like not a very good one.
And the lighting wasn't good because whenever he put his hand up like this, you'd see the shadow of his hand on his face.
They just had like a single spotlight on him, yeah.
It was like this was shot by the Impact's cinematography team.
They love just that one directional light.
They love the hard shadows, man.
They have like 3 lights on people, so there's like a million dancing shadows behind them. After that, we had a Trent Seven interview, which was quickly interrupted by Eddie Dennis. And he says, how does it feel being the perpetual bridesmaid? And he's like, yeah, well, I beat the shit out of you at TakeOver, put you through a table, and Eddie immediately got cry face.
He backpedals. He gets the worst cry face.
Guy's got like built-in cry face. It's great.
He does. He always talks like he's so nervous.
And then we had our main event, which is a banger of a match between Jordan Devlin versus A-Kid. Jordan Devlin bent A-Kid's leg like he was an action figure, and he was breaking it at the joint. Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming A-Kid's extremely flexible. That's the only explanation I can have how he didn't really get messed up in this spot. So what preceded it though is it's a really good match, fantastic match. They make the way to the outside. Devlin takes the ring steps and kind of moves them more towards the center of the ringside area, on the side of the ring they're on, and he tries to send. He's going to do something with them. He tries to send A-Kid into him. A-Kid reverses. Devlin jumps over him and then drop kicks the ring steps into A-Kid's leg. In my estimation, based on what we've seen, that should have been a DQ because Jordan Devlin moved the ring steps into that position.
Yeah.
Correct? His intent was to use that as a weapon.
It's got to find my rule book here.
Yeah, I know. And then follows up with a shin breaker on the ring steps. We'll go back in the ring. A-Kid is looking for his finish. But his leg is so bad. What is that?
What?
Oh, my goodness. His leg is so bad he can't bring it up to lock Devlin's leg. And so Devlin turns A-Kid over on his back. And I don't know how to describe it, essentially. So he takes where his ankle is.
Yeah.
And then bends it to such a degree that his outside of his ankle, the joint, is basically touching the mat parallel to his thigh.
Yeah, it's like he could have put his ankle in his front pocket.
Yes. And so, of course, A-Kid is tapping out and is like trying to swat him off because it looks like he's genuinely getting messed up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, man.
And then Jordan Devlin breaks the hold. He wins. He's laughing. He's pretty tickled with himself.
I was pretty happy with himself, yeah. Man.
And that was main event. Really good match.
Devlin seems like the kind of dude who, when he was a kid, he used to light action figures on fire. Not saying he was an arsonist. I'm just saying he would, take the magnifying glass and burn little creatures. I don't know. Anyways, Impact is tonight. I mentioned that at the head of the show. We're going to be watching it.
This card looks great.
This is a stacked show tonight, man.
Pretty excited. So main event, I would assume, would be Team Callis, Kenny Omega, and the Good Brothers taking on Team D'Amore, Team Impact. So that's Moose, Sami Callihan, Chris Sabin. None of them get along.
None of them like each other.
Team Impact is gonna implode.
Oh yeah, I'd be shocked if this went more than 10 minutes
before at least one, if not two, of the three teammates leave the other one out there.
Yeah, man.
We get Ed Edwards.
Yeah.
Versus Kojima.
Whoa,
they were just tag partners.
Hold on a second. We missed 1 week. They lost that tag match, and now they're against each other?
Yeah, it's just a respect thing. Ed Edwards, Kojima, I respect you. But before you leave Impact, I want to have a match with you. That's my understanding. How it was described on Twitter when I was going through. TJP and Falaba are teaming up against Rich Swann and Willie Mack.
TJP's in this match, and you've got Willie Mack's gonna eat the pin here.
And then Chris Bay versus Maple Leaf Muscle, P.D. Williams.
Oh man, that's great.
That should be really good.
drastic go down for Petey Williams. I think Chris Bay comes out on top. They seem to like Petey Williams a lot, though. I think he works backstage, too. Anyways,
Could be.
That's going to do it for us today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully, we will see you later on. That's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for our Impact co-stream. So thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.